Welcome. It's our March 9th short.
Yeah, it is.
Aren't you excited about this?
I'm just really excited.
You're so full of crap.
Corned beef and
Corned beef.
Yeah, what is it called? What is the sandwich? The Reubens. Oh, the Reubens. Oh my gosh, Mason and I were talking about it today.
Wait. Who is Mason? Wait. Before we even go into that. Hi, I'm Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Bridget.
This is my wife.
That's my husband.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm getting all comfy and cozy with you. That's my husband.
I am so exhausted today. Why don't you tell everybody what happened? Or should I tell the story?
No.
You hate when I tell stories.
No, you do a good job with the dramatic stories.
Yeah.
It's dramatic. I know it is, but before you do that.
Okay.
Before we jumped on and we started this guy, okay? My wife, oh man, I love you so much. I don't want to do this. Honey, we just need to record real quick. We got things that are coming up that are really exciting. I'm tired, okay? Let's just get this stuff done. Why are you so crabby? I'm not crabby. I'm tired.
Oh, that voice. Like, yeah.
Okay, now you know. Anyway, there is
right.
a reason why we're tired.
There's a reason why we're so tired.
And here's the reason. While you do that. Oh, you're gonna take those off. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So there's a reason why we're tired.
And
we went to bed at 1:00 because drama.
Lots of drama.
Drama llama came strolling through. So and go ahead.
I wasn't the drama llama. It wasn't me this time, okay? I'm just going to be very clear. It was not me.
Yes, it was. A small part of it was.
Okay, maybe.
It was.
Okay, maybe. So I'm on my way to the airport, and I'm so excited. Our son's on his way for spring break. He's coming here to Florida, and I get a text message from him. And he said, Mom, my plane was diverted. The engine was smoking, and I'm in St. Louis. And I'm like, wait, what?
Now, this was a direct flight, yes?
This was a direct flight.
So he shouldn't be in
St. Louis. And mind you, I'm probably 35 minutes-ish from the airport to get him. The airport is an hour and a half from where we live.
What time is it at this point in time, do you think?
I was supposed to get him
at 6
something.
Okay.
So it's probably getting close to like 6 at this point in time when he texts me, and I'm going, okay, all right, okay. I'm like, well, I have to take the blessings of the fact that his plane didn't go down unintentionally. It went down intentionally. I'm not. You shouldn't be laughing at that. That's not funny.
That's not what I'm laughing at.
So anyway, so then I'm trying to call him and he's not answering. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So then he calls me finally. I'm like, all right. He goes, well, I don't have any updates yet. They're going to give me an update in like 30 minutes, 60 minutes maybe. I said, okay. I'm just going to go to the airport and see. So I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here. And I'm like, I'm at the airport. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit here. I luckily brought my work laptop. I had some work to do. And so I'm sitting at the airport. I get a coffee and I start working. And I get an update from him. And he said, well, they're sending us to a new gate. I said, okay. That doesn't mean anything.
It's progress, though. It's
progress. It's something. And I don't recall what happened first, if I called Sun Country first and tried to get a hold of someone, or if I had a voucher like a meal voucher that was emailed to me. I'm pretty sure. So I tried calling Sun Country and texting them. So I'm on a wait list of like, hey, we'll call you back in like 30 minutes. And then my text messages didn't go through. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, crap. Love this so much. So then I'm sitting here just waiting at the airport, and it's driving me nuts. Okay. Driving me nuts. There's some guy like across from me chewing so loudly. There's one guy that almost choked, and like I'm just sitting here. I'm like, my stress level is so flipping high at this point in time, and I'm like, what do I do right now? So I finally get on the phone with Sun Country, and they said, yeah, there's no way he's getting out tonight. And I was like, you have my minor child who's on the spectrum, has special needs, that you're telling me he's not coming home tonight. what are you going to do with him? Because he can't check into a hotel being a minor.
Quite honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is what my wife was like.
Mother, father, find my son now.
Yeah, Mama Bear came out. So Mama Bear definitely came out last night. And maybe that's why I'm so exhausted. Like, it's exhausting. That amount of energy when someone is messing with your child, the amount of energy that comes out of your body to do that, it's like the adrenaline rush, right? Like, if you're trying to save someone's life, you're like, ugh, and I don't want to make it that extreme and dramatic, but my kid is stuck at an airport. I'm thinking the worst. I'm like, how am I going to get him anywhere? What's going to happen? What if someone picks him up? Like, all the things. So eventually, I'm glad that you're laughing at this, because meanwhile, I'm on the phone with them and I'm texting him and he's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. He wouldn't even respond to a text message. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, help me through this. So Sun Country keeps putting me on hold. They're like, are you still there? I'm like, well, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? I'm on the phone. Where am I going to go right now? Right? I'm at the airport.
You're in the airport in Florida.
Yes.
Wondering where's our son and when is our son coming back to Florida, as he's stuck in St. Louis.
Yeah, and
meanwhile, you're trying to get a hold of me, and I'm AWOL.
Okay. Totally AWOL. And then Mason's getting told different things. He's like, oh, we're getting another plane. Oh, we're moving this way. They made him go back through security again. They changed terminals, made him go back through security, and then he's like, well, Mom, I'm hungry. And I'm like, so I Apple paid him money to go get food. And then pretty much everything was closed. So then they finally get him the voucher, right? Whatever. And that everything's pretty much closed. He didn't even use it until today. So I'm sitting here and I'm on the phone with Sun Country. I'm like, what is going on? Like, if you're not trying to get him out, what are you doing? Well, we're trying to find one of our partner hotels to give him access to a hotel overnight, because we can't let him check in because he's under 18. And I'm like, oh, great. I love this. This is fantastic. This is great. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for my poor child who's sitting there? Our kid is sitting there and he's at an airport, and I could tell he had I kept it cool, by the way. I was very cool every time I talked to him on the phone. I was not cool, not on the phone with him.
But I do have to remind everybody, this is our son who has really bad anxiety, and he's on the spectrum too. So these types of shifts, these types of changes are difficult for him already. Mama Bear already knows this. So she's not only trying to organize and figure out, how are you going to take care of my son? She's also doing the caregiving, the nurturing with our son, saying, buddy, you're okay. Yeah. You're taken care of. Everything is going to be fine. And getting him over that hurdle that he's facing. Yeah. And you did a really good job with that. So thank you for that.
Well, I heard it in his voice and he cracked yesterday, and I'm going to start crying, but
don't do that.
I heard it in his voice last night, and I said, okay, Bridget, you got to keep it together. Your kid needs you right now. No matter what you do, keep it together for him. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm just I didn't know if I was going to chew out like the guy that was chewing. I was really, really I would have been banned from the Tampa airport, I'm sure, at this point in time. And I was like, that's probably not cool considering I'm flying out of there tomorrow. It was such a terrible experience. So then finally, when everything was all said and done, and they assured me that they were going to get him a hotel, they had some concierge or some kind of hotel person, or not airport person, talking to him, and I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, I need this person's name. I need to know who this is. Who is this? Because my son was like, I'm talking to some guy. I was like, what kind of guy are you talking to? Well, this guy, he's trying to help me. Yep. Okay. I need to know his name. I need to know what he does. I need to know his address. I need to know his background. I need a background check on him. I need his social security number. I need all of the things. And I'm like, who is this guy? So eventually they tell me that someone's going to help. And I get disconnected with the other lady at Sun Country. I don't know how that happened, but I got on the phone with some other lady who was helping, and she said, I'm going to assure you this has happened before, because mind you, the other lady had told me, we don't have a plan for minors. So thank you, Sun Country. You don't have a plan for minors when your plane gets diverted. That's crap. So anyway, so then they said they had a plan. And I'm like, okay, great. Then I get a call saying, I'm so sorry. We can't find a hotel still. So I'm on my way home at this point in time because I'm like, my kid's good. He's calm. Like, it's fine. We've got it figured out. And I'm like, oh my crap. Oh my crap. What am I going to do? I posted a social media post and thankfully I had people reaching out, which was really, really cool. So there were some individuals that reached out from the industry
Thank you,
that I
guys.
work in, and they were willing to help. And luckily at that point in time, I had pulled over and I booked a room for him. I was on the phone with someone else from Sun Country. I booked a room for him. And then it's, well, hold on, before you do that, call them and make sure they accept minors. I was like, I'm going to get a room for my son. I don't care like what I have to do. So I used Marriott. So thank you, Marriott. I love Marriott hotels. And I booked the room and I just called them and I was practically in tears. Oh gosh, this was just such an emotional night. Practically in tears. And I went to them and I called them and I said, please, I don't know what we have to do right now, but my kid is stranded at the airport. I need some help. Please help me. I said, I've checked into a room. I have status. Like, you can see that I go to Marriott hotels all the time. Like, this is not a fake thing. He's going to be there. What can we do? And do you have a shuttle? They said, let me talk to my manager. They were the sweetest people. They said, no problem. I need his information. Put it on the reservation. We'll get it taken care of. I said, perfect. What about a shuttle? They said, yes, we'll pick him up. Have him go to door 18. So meanwhile, somehow between me talking to him and him walking to door 18, all the adults left him. I don't know if I told you this part. All the adults left him. And I'm like, so now he's wandering around an airport in a place I don't know, a place he doesn't know. I'm freaking out. He's freaking out. I mean, I was calm at that point in time still, but inside I'm freaking out. And the shuttle isn't there within 20 minutes like they promised. I go, buddy, I need you to stay right there. Do not move. I'm going to make a phone call. Stay right there. So I called the hotel back and they said, I'm so sorry. We're going to be right there. And they were right there.
That's great.
They were right there. But that's
great.
It was probably the cutest thing ever. He was so excited because he said, Mom, the hotel looks so nice. And I don't know if I've ever stayed at a hotel nice like this, which, by the way, Sun Country, because to this point, all of the money that was paid for this was out of our pocket. Sun Country has done nothing. Okay. They've done nothing. I had to pay for this and get him a room and get all the things figured out. I even tried to look how to get a refund today and I couldn't even figure it out.
We'll figure that out.
My point is, the whole time he's sitting there and I'm on the phone with him, I'm like, get to your room, check in, like calm down, de-stress. I want to make sure he didn't freak out. Mom, every 2 seconds, Mom, this is so cool. Mom, they have 2 books in here. Mom, did you see this? You should see this TV.
Well, the 2 books. What were the 2 books?
The Holy Bible and the Book of Mormon. He said, I want to read both of them. I've never read the Book of Mormon. So he's having the time of his life while I'm sitting here having like a meltdown of all meltdowns. And it was just really funny. He promised me, I heard the deadbolt go off and I said, okay, I'm going to call you in the morning. You call me, like something, let's connect. And so this morning he calls and, he hops in the shower or whatever. And I realized there wasn't like continental breakfast. He was telling me about the Key and Peele skit of continental breakfast. So he was really excited about that. And unfortunately, they didn't have it there. So unfortunately for him, he got room service.
Unfortunately or fortunately?
It's fortunately, but
it's very fortunate.
He wanted continental breakfast. But he had room service and it worked out. They had a shuttle going back to the airport. And but I mean, like whatever could go wrong did go wrong. And I kept telling him, and I think it was reassuring myself as well. I was like, thank goodness that someone saw the plane engine smoking and that you are safe. You are safe. You are not in the air. You didn't crash. You are fine. Right. And so I think in that moment in time, like, again, I'm telling myself this as I'm telling him this, and I'm like trying to keep it all together. And gosh, parenting is such a blessing, but it's also so hard. It's so hard. People don't tell you that part of the parenting journey on when your kid's in a struggle, and as they get older, they struggle more and more, I feel like, right? And especially having a kid who has a lot of special needs. I mean, I just remember the thick of it. Like some memory popped up the other day, and I posted this. I shared this reel again where this lady said, you forget the moment you mourn for your kid because you don't know what their life is going to look like. And, I remember when we had our small group, one of the dads said, I mourned because my kid was never going to play baseball. And I wanted him so badly to play baseball, and he just wasn't coordinated enough. And so we ran a small group at one of our churches back in Minnesota. And just hearing these stories, they're so common, but yet people that are not involved in them, they don't understand it and they don't hear it. They don't hear that side of parenting, a child with special needs or extra needs, or, however you want to call it, but it's exhausting. And I remember going through that, and, I think I had a flashback of that yesterday, which made things even that much worse. And like in the middle of it, I think we got into a fight at the airport. And
we did.
This was before I knew about the hotel thing. And he had said something about a plan that we were going to do today and the podcast. And I just said, listen, right now, I don't know where I can handle anything else. I was like, I need to get a coffee and I just need to breathe right now. Like, and I think it's that communication where it's like, you just have to say, hey, I have to put everything on pause. Like, I'm not okay right now. And that was before we found out about the hotel experience. Yeah. So I was already on edge, right? Just that text is a text you never want to get. But at the same time, I mean, I can't imagine a phone call saying his plane went down. So there's a lot of blessings that happened. I thank you to everybody who reached out to help and check in and all of the things that meant the world to us. But
and one of the savings graces, and I think that the timing was great for this to happen. And if it's going to happen, this is the best time it can happen, because he's been traveling on his own for almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
So, and I was telling you that he's had practice going in and out of airports. He knows how to do this.
Yeah.
He has the swing of things. And even when I called him that night, I was joking around with him, as I do, because I can't take things serious. When things get really serious for me, I've got to lighten it up somehow. So I said, dude, you are having your own Home Alone 2 moment. And he started laughing. I'm like, yeah, you're in your own hotel. You can eat whatever you want. Speaking of which, what did he use that food certificate for?
Oh my gosh. So finally, when he did go back to the airport today, because I was like, did you use the voucher? He goes, no. So he used it for, of all things. And I was just like, so gross. This is just teenage boys. Orange juice.
That's fine.
Beef jerky.
No way.
And gum.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, are you gonna like, which order are you gonna do that? Because I feel like,
oh my gosh,
you think about it. Well, obviously he didn't brush his teeth because he didn't have a toothbrush with him. So I was like, good for you. But he brought his hair gel with him, by the way.
Well, that's good.
And he did shower. He did tell me he showered. He wanted to, I told him, I said, my trick is use all the towels in the shower or in the hotel. I love doing that. I want to use all of them. It's my special thing. I don't know. Anyway, so that was a weird combo. I'm like, what order are you going to consume those things in? But anyway, so then now we have this running joke that mom left me at the airport. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that is not what happened at all. I was like, I didn't leave you. I was at the airport. I left at 5 p.m. I didn't get home until midnight.
Yeah.
So
and you were wired. I mean, that's why we went to bed at 1 o'clock. We literally fell asleep or got into bed.
Yeah.
And just at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I don't even, I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a day where I'm sure I forget this, but it is going to take some time. I'm really excited though. Our son is coming with me to Nashville.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So at least the next time he gets on a plane, he'll be with me.
So the end of the story is he's here.
Yes.
I picked him up from the airport. I did it this time.
He knew I needed a break.
She needed a break. She needed to get ready for some of her conferences that are coming up. And I said, I'll do it. It's not a big deal. I don't care. And that was kind of the argument as well. I'm like, are you freaking out on him? Because you shouldn't be. I mean, I know how I would handle it, and I know how she handles things, and I know how she was talking to me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And that you know what? I'm so glad we brought this up, because part of that, I'm so glad I remember this. We were talking about nurturing. Do you remember this?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
So
he said something to me. And I sat there and I was like, sometimes I just need you to be nurturing.
Okay. So here is my solution last night when I found out that Mason wasn't going to come home anytime soon. I said, honey, you've got a lot to do. I can tell you're stressed right at this point in time. Come home. And I will get in the car and I will drive to the airport and I will sit and I will wait. And she's like, you're not listening to me right now. And this is where she said, I need you to be more nurturing. And so I hate when she says this. And she goes, why can't you be more nurturing? And I'm like, well, and I'm not going to say what I said, but it came down to, I started laughing and I said, I'm a guy. God didn't create me to be as nurturing as he created women to be. Now, the nurturing that God created me to be is the superhero. And in this instance,
the fix-its.
Well, kind of, yeah. But what I like to do is, to use an analogy, I like to put the weight of the cross on take it off of her shoulders and put it on my shoulders. In this instance, it was me going to the airport and just sitting and waiting while she could be at home multitasking and worrying, but at least she'd be at home multitasking. Either way.
Gosh, the house would have been spotless. You know, I wouldn't have
you
slept.
should
It
have
would
come
have been
home.
spotless.
But either way,
that's my stress thing.
That was very eye-opening for me. And I mean, talk about continuing to learn in our relationship.
What's wrong with my makeup?
Oh my gosh. See, ADD. There it is right there. Where's the ADD pills?
I think I'm like sweating. I'm like so stressed right now.
So anyways, it was a dramatic story, and we are so blessed and thankful that there were people that were out there watching out for us. God was out there, covered, just protected us. I had the peace that everything was going to be fine. So there we go. There's our dramatic story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
he's home.
Home.
He's probably already passed out because he's tired from this adventure.
Yeah, you said he fell asleep on the way home.
He did.
No.
He did. We were listening to the Billy West podcast. He was excited to listen to the Billy West podcast.
That's really cool. He went right to bed.
All right. Anyway.
No, so it was a lot, but yeah. I don't know where to go from here on this one. I think we have a little follow up to talk about when it comes to our latest podcast and our latest guest.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So Suki Lopez, man, again, just an amazing interview. I really channeled in on her history, her family history. As I've said before, I'm adopted. I don't know what my real family history looks like. My biological family history looks like. So everything starts with me when it comes to medical history for our kids. And that scares me a little bit. But I was really drawn in to hearing her story, her family's story.
Yeah.
There's always been this magic curtain in regards to Disney. And so for her to share those secrets with us or with me,
very cool.
I got really giddy. I mean, the interview, it was great.
Yeah.
She was having a good time. She was giggling and laughing. I was having a good time.
Well, her personality is phenomenal, and she's a very driven young lady. And I think that's what's so important. Like the drive, all the energy that we put into whatever energy we have that we put into something, like we hope obviously the best things come out, but I can tell like there's a lot of positive things in her life because she's really driven and she works hard for what she wants and she has a lot of passion.
Yeah.
Which I think is huge.
It.
I mean, that'll get you very, very far in life. Like if I could go back and, teach people or even look at myself, my younger self and be like, what would you have done differently? Not that I regret anything, but have more, like focus more on the passions you have. Right. And I feel like when you're younger, you don't know what your passions are always and they change.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how many times it's like you get a hobby or you do something really cool and you love that, or you like this type of music for a while and then it switches or something happens. Right. And I think if you can be a little bit more passionate to and really understanding that drive that you have, and I think you'll go far in life. So Very cool. And
what?
seeing Carmen in there doing the little interview.
Oh, that was fun that was fun.
The kids are really getting excited and getting into this, which is great.
They're unwinding a little bit.
They are. They are.
To have Isabel come in here with the pizza from our last episode, for her to even be in this room, to be on camera, to help out, that was huge.
That's very huge for her.
So
very huge. She hates the camera.
So speaking of huge things, MegaCon is coming up. It's coming up in a few weeks.
So if you're going, let us know.
Oh, please do let us know.
Yeah.
But with MegaCon coming up, the kids, as they're starting to unwind a little bit, they're getting more and more excited to go. I think one thing that's making them excited to go is the K-pop Demon Hunter, the women,
oh my gosh,
the voices, not the singers, but the voices are going to be there. Actually, I take that back. One of the singers is going to be there right now. Now, here's my prediction, and we're going to see if this is right. I'm willing to predict, as I think MegaCon is the second largest comic convention in the United States.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet that EJ, or I should just say that all of the singers and the actresses are going to be at MegaCon. That's my prediction.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So if you're going to go, great.
Let us know.
Next week, we are going to tease something that we ordered, that we got, that we're really excited to do a little show and tell with. But you know what? One thing I also wanted to tease before we get into announcing who our guest is next week. I wanted to talk about, I've been tinkering away on our website. Yeah, I know. But now I am nerdy, but I want to provide as much convenience as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I created another page called Hack of the Month. On the Hack of the Month, it's going to be our first hack. So you can still get those deals, saving some money. We want you to save the money, and we want those benefits for you. The second hack of the day, Too Good to Go. It's fantastic service, and it came about where these people wanted to save the food and get it out there and dispersed, as opposed to wasting food.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And when you can, like I said, you can go and get a breakfast, a big box of donuts and cookies and stuff.
Gosh, that sounds so good right now.
For $4. The actual price that they charge for it is $13. So you're talking over half the price. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so take a look at our webpage. Again, Dubby, I love it. It's a great drink. We love it. It's natural. That's the big thing, is we're not going to talk about anything that we're not passionate about or that's not healthy for ourselves and our kids. So check out Dubby on the very, very bottom of our homepage. Scroll all the way down, read about it. We do have a little coupon and a little promo code for you on that. Okay. So enough talky, chatty. Let's just get right into our guest. Okay. Again, I'm nerding out. I'm just so excited.
Are you sure? Is that gas?
Oh my gosh. Thanks. Could be gas.
Could be gas.
Our guest on Wednesday is James Arnold Taylor. Now, many of you guys probably don't know who James Arnold Taylor is, but if you've ever seen a commercial with the Fruity Pebbles, with Fred Flintstones, he was the voice of Fred Flintstone. He is also in the game series Ratchet and Clank, which is...
You used to play that game, right?
I love that game. Oh my gosh, the kids and I just played that game.
Really?
Oh yeah. And we went through all the levels. We were super excited. It was a fun game. He plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars Clone Wars series. And the best thing is, this is a real human being. And not saying that everybody else wasn't a real human being. Every one of our guests are real human beings. But man, I'm just addicted to people that have beautiful spirits. And so far, between Billy West, Suki Lopez, James Arnold Taylor, they all have such a beautiful spirit about them, and they all have a really amazing story to tell. From the hardships with alcoholism or with ADHD, We're going to hear some stories, some pieces from James Arnold Taylor's past. I did get geeky. I did order some of his things and stuff that we will be talking about as well on the pod previous before. Wow.
I told him I was tired. He didn't believe me.
I just had a moment.
Fast forward the clocks too.
Oh yeah, tomorrow is daylight savings, or is it spring light I don't even know what it's called.
Daylight savings.
Okay, daylight savings. So, anyways,
spring ahead.
Next week, which will be March 15th, Sunday, March 15th, join us for the James Arnold Taylor interview. So fun. And he gives a little sneak peek at his studio.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
It is really cool. And if you want to nerd out over Star Wars things, you can see it all over the background of his studio, all over the place. It's a nerd's dream. So in other words, it's my dream.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it. I was thinking it.
So. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see the episode.
I am too. Again.
All
right. Well, we're going to keep it short, guys, as we call it our short. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, give us comments, give us the feedback, what you would like to see.
And if you're going to MegaCon, please let us know. We will be there and we will be potentially doing some fun interviews.
Yeah.
So stop and say hi.
Please do. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us here on Fast Forward Now. Bye.